was a big win for us. I mean, there's no question about it. That tough loss for Greg, but it seems like everybody's got somebody out. And I think the wall situation, although last time we played Northwestern, their leading scorer was out, and it's always a worry because it seems like teams can rally and play good. But two hellacious players, two of the better players I've seen in this league, and Davidson and Davis. And I've been in the league a long time. I mean, we did a hell of a job on both of them, and they torched us. And that's what great players do. I was pleased with our defense for the most part. A couple of mistakes because we were playing so many guys, got in a little foul trouble. But we had guys really stepped up, I think we ran our stuff a little better other than what did we have, 5 turnovers in the first 4 minutes or 4 turnovers again. But once we settled down, I think we had 7 or 8 the rest of the game, and that was big. Hauser made some big free throws, got some big rebounds. I thought Marcus and Gabe struggled a little bit. They did a pretty good job on Gabe. We didn't do a great job of getting him the ball. Max Christie continues to grow. But I thought it was our point guards that really stepped up along with Malik. Our point guards, as you know, AJ's been in my doghouse a little bit, but we had a hell of a week together, really did, and really proud of what he did. Just because he was steady at the end, we put him on Davis. In the middle, we put him on Davis. But if you look at our team, everybody scored, everybody did something. Marty Sissoko, it's Jaden Akins really played well. So it wasn't smooth, but we shot well. We took care of the ball decently. But the big key was the rebounding, to out-rebound him 39-20 was, after what we've gone through the last couple weeks, it was hell these last 3 days, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And but in this league, I don't know if it's ever going to end. I mean, it just seems, we get to go to Illinois, and I will say that Wisconsin is, he's my Coach of the Year candidate right now. I think he's done a hell of a job with his team, and in every way, shape, and form, the way he's brought those guys along, and they're going to be a tough out too. So I'm just happy we got a win. I'm happy that we played better. I'm happy that we took some of the things we practiced. We came into this game with 4 big keys. Number 1 was rebounding because we just been doing such a poor job on the defensive end. Number 2, of course, was turnovers. Number 3 was getting our fast break going, which we did a little bit more in the first half. And number 4, we wanted to both defend without fouling and not give up those layups that they are so good at getting on those back cuts. And we did a decent job on all 4. Trying to contain, we said contain the 2 superstars. I'm not sure we did. Davidson made some tough threes, but I thought we made Davis work for everything, and he's just a great player. So, questions?
Tom, you just said after the Northwestern game, maybe that and this week is a little bit of a wake-up call for these guys. Did you see that throughout this week, and can that be that? I mean, I know the schedule's tough, and it's not any easier from here, but did that provide it?
I mean, we got a long, long way to go. We still make some crazy mistakes and some things, but it's because other teams are good. Can it be a boost? It can be a boost to let you know that you play the war drill every day, and if you get a little more physical, and if you practice a little harder. Did I notice anything during the week? No, because I really didn't give a damn. We just went at it. And that's kind of the way it used to be in the real world. Now the real world's changed a little bit, and I told them that we're going to go back to old school. We just did a better job, but I still like Wisconsin a lot. I think we had our chances to blow it open, and then we had our chances to cave in. And by the way, the crowd here and everything was, geez, where in the hell was Bo? It felt like old times here. They place did a hell of a job. It was crazy, and thank God for the masks, because it was crazy, but it can't be as loud as it used to be, in the good old days, because people are wearing masks, and I give them credit for wearing them. And but it was a hell of an atmosphere, so it was a big, big win for us.
Tom, there were a number of responses you guys had even within this game. The Jaden Akins threes, when they were starting to get that push, they get the 58-52. Malik has the turnaround baseline shot, and then another. I mean, you speak to that a little bit and sort of the responses within what was sort of one big response?
You know, including before the half, we went to Malik in that, and he really answered the bell. He did a hell of a job. You know, we got him in that post, and he did some real nice things in there. I thought Jaden, we got some inside-out passes, which means they're more squared up for threes, and he hit some of those. AJ hitting all his free throws. We just had a bunch of different guys do a bunch of different things, and I'm happy for them. You know, now whether they'll learn from it, and that's what I said. You know, is it going to be a one-day wonder? Because we hadn't done a good enough job in the last 2 weeks, as I told you before. But when you have a game like this, it gives you a shot in the arm to say, okay, you know, I'm anxious to hear what the players have to say, because I think they realize that they worked this week a little harder. That right away means we didn't work other weeks, no. But a little more sense of purpose, a little more focus, and a little more sense of urgency. And that was, I think, some of the difference.
Abby, back right.
Coach, you mentioned the turnovers. Johnny Davis said coming into the game that a big part of their goal was to slow you guys down. Do you feel like a majority of those turnovers came when they were trying to slow you down and when they were executing it well, or was it more mistakes on your end?
Oh no, we can make, I mean, no insult to Johnny, but we can make mistakes if nobody was on the floor. It doesn't even matter. So I love Johnny, but can't give him credit on that one. You know, we're stepping out of bounds, falling down. You know, we have a unique ability to do things that never been done in my 27 years. But they're so solid defensively, all kidding aside. They really are solid, and you can't make many mistakes. And I thought we had a couple guys, Gabe early, trying to do more than they can do, and they're really solid, and they give great help, very well coached team. So I think probably part of it was them, but those first 4 or 5, 90% of them were us. And I've seen that movie before. It's on HBO or something. It plays all the time, you know, like on a reel. I see it in my sleep.
Tom, when we talked to you earlier this week, you were a little down on AJ, I think, in how he was responding to the turnover question. How did you like his response tonight, 1 turnover in 25 minutes?
Well, there was no little down on him. I mean, you know, and you know, what you do is you know, we're supposed to never rip kids now because that's illegal. But I did speak out more about it, and I told them I was good, and I told them why, and I had three-hour meetings with them over that time. And sometimes you need a little attitude adjustment, sometimes you need an overhaul. And I just said, it ain't working. And, you know, to his credit, I mean, it's not easy to do. I mean, he changed a lot of his game. He did not over-penetrate. He did not jump in the air. We put him on Johnny a few times, early and late. He did a magnificent job. And so if I can post him up when he did bad, I should be able to tell him how proud I am that he responded. You know, that's the key to not only coaching, but I think that's the key to players getting better. Can they take constructive criticism? Because sometimes there's constructive conflict with that constructive criticism. And I think that's what this week was a little more about.
Tom, going back to Malik, that looked like a bit of a go-to move, maybe something we haven't seen him have. He's shown an array of a lot of things, but not something he can just say, you can't stop this. And is that something you're seeing more from him?
I am. As you know, we always want more from Malik because we think he has more to give, but you know, he did some things tonight. We were going to switch him on Johnny some. He's a very versatile kid that I think could do more and more and more. And you know, it's nights like this when you go to him in that timeout before half, when you go to him at the end of the game. 2 timeouts we went to, we hit those 2 big ones on the baseline. Missed the wide open 3, that was a go-to too. I think we're starting to, you know, figure out who is our go-to guys. You know, I'd say the one negative tonight, you know, I can't make sure that Max gets more shots and Gabe gets more shots, you know. I don't know how many shots we ended up with, how many? 55.
Max at 7, you gave 5.
55 shots, and part of that was we still had more turnovers than Wisconsin. But 10 for them is, you know, like 20 for us, so that was decent on our part than their part. But I felt like we just need to get more shots. You know, we're minus 10 in the field goal attempted than our opponents, and that's a lot. And so we didn't get our running game going as much second half. I think part of that was Wisconsin. They did a nice job. But if we could get up and run and then run our stuff a little smoother, I think we'll get guys more shots.
We have time for one more, Coach.
Tom, can you talk a little bit about this team's mental fortitude? Be able to answer anytime Wisconsin tried to get back in the game, it seemed like there was always a big shot or big defensive stuff. Can you just talk a little bit about the team's mental fortitude in a tough road environment?
You know, I was impressed by that. I thought we could have crumbled when they got it down to, what did they get, an 8?
I got down 6.
6? They must have been out during that period, but thank God. But you get it down to 6 or 8, and that place started hopping, man. Like I said, like old times. If you know, I thought some ghosts from the past were coming out, and it was. The huddles were good. I mean, Malik was really good in there. He said, you know, we got to just do what we got to do. AJ was really good. And we did come up with some big plays. Joey made those free throws then in that stretch, and that really made a difference. So I was proud of him for that, because this is one of the more hostile environments. I think this is, you know, one of a couple of my favorite places to ever play. And it didn't disappoint anybody tonight. It was a hell of a game for us, yes, but Wisconsin's going to win a lot of games, I promise.